a friend of mine was sitting at a beach in Vancouver visiting some friends. And while she was sitting at that beach in Vancouver, she was just taken aback by the breathtaking beauty of that beach. And she said to herself, God, it's gorgeous out here. It's so beautiful. I wish I lived here. And as soon as she said that, she answered herself, well, why don't I live here? Well, why not? I thought, how amazing. How amazing is that? And she made it happen. She uprooted herself from a city in a province quite far from Vancouver, uprooted herself and moved to Vancouver and set up a new life for herself. And I thought, I never forgot that story. I thought, way to go, that's amazing. You know, many of us have those moments where we think, God, if only I could. Oh, good grief, if I just wish. And what happens is then instead of saying, oh, why don't I? Most of us will start listing all the reasons why we should not. And a few years ago, I told a friend, a year from now, my whole life is going to change. And I wasn't unhappy with where I was at, but I wasn't ecstatic. And I think, I think if I'm not passionate about something, why am I there? So I said, a year from now, I just felt this conviction. A year from now, my whole life's going to change. And right to that, just before the year ended, just before a year, a year from then, my entire life did change. It's almost, what was really amazing is, as soon as you set an intention with conviction and utter clarity from the bottom of your heart that you want it or you desire it, the universe, God, whatever you choose to believe, starts to set things in motion to make it happen. It's almost like your brain turns on the switch, and now, subconsciously, consciously, you'll start to find the answer to getting what you desire if you really want it. But don't get bogged down by the process of getting there. But instead, soak yourself in the feeling of being there, as if you've already got it. So I said to her, I had to be clear about what I really wanted. My friend was really clear. She wanted to move to Vancouver. She knew what it was like, and it happened. She made it happen, and things worked out in her favor to have it happen. When I set out my intention that I knew my life was going to change, but I didn't know how, so I had to be really clear about what it was that I really desired. So that's my challenge to you. You will have those moments, it's like, oh my God, I wish, or should I? Get in yourself and ask, what makes you happy? And you'll find that the things that you say, like, oh, if only I, should I? You'll find the elements in those statements to lead you to the answer to that question about what makes you truly happy. And then go seek it. At least it's not, but don't be bogged down with how to get there. Just be really clear about what it feels like to be there, and then clear about why you want it in the first place. I knew I was happy where I was, not totally dissatisfied. I had a lot of the trappings of what brought a lot of good things in life, but I was no longer excited about life, and I'm really happy that I made those changes, and a lot of things worked out in my favor. So my challenge to you is be really clear about what it is you'd like to see happen. Listen to yourself, and don't quieten those voices that say, oh my God, if only I could. My friend never regretted her decision, and neither did I regret mine. So that's what my challenge is for you. And during this COVID-19 pandemic of tremendous upheaval, you'll have times, when you're in quarantine or self isolation, you might have those times where you're thinking, if only I could. Or why don't you?